The room is dark because of the quickly falling night, but I can see Rin, or rather her silhouette, sitting on the floor. So she's got her inspiration back, like I said, and moved from easel to painting on the floor. Before I can manage 5 steps, I stop, frozen in my tracks. The ironic realization that human cognitive ability is commendable echoes through my mind. From a mere movement of her shadow, it took me a fraction of a second to realize something is awry. Process what I'm seeing, formulate the answer, and blush all the way up to the tips of my ears. Rin is sitting on the floor with her legs under her. She's moving in rhythm motions back and forth, slowly grinding herself against herself. Her breathing is so heavy, it's almost visible in the dim light. It's a heavy painting of one who doesn't have an option of breathing gracefully. Hey, Mona Lisa! Sorry. Her hips, mere shadows against the dim light shining on her from above, are swinging circularly over and over again. She hasn't noticed me, so engrossed in her activity. The deadlock solves itself before I get a chance to think what to do next. Something in the atmosphere of the room changes. A little thing, not consciously noticeable, but it changes. Perhaps a timid current from the open door, or a minute change in air pressure, the sound of my breathing even though I notice I haven't taken a breath for many, many seconds, the aura of my presence. Something catches Rin's senses. She stops moving, freezes, and slowly turns to the door. I imagine not see. Imagine the horror on her face, like a fawn's eyes staring at a hunter. Only Rin can see my expression, but at least she doesn't have the strength or the spirit to look straight in my eyes. So she drops her chin against her chest, letting her mess of hair hide her face from me even further. I feel like I should walk out or walk to her, but I can't do either. I told you to stay away. Her words are defeated, painful as she was suffering. Rin doesn't have anything other than her shirt on. I can see the last wisp of twilight against the pale skin of her thighs and bottom. There's no way I can back off anymore. I lost that chance, so I do the next best thing. I quickly avert my gaze even though Rin doesn't see what I'm looking at. I'm sorry, I didn't think. It's not like that. Her voice is raspy, shivering from held back tears or something else. She is shaking, looking like she isn't physically in pain. It's not like that. I have no idea what it really means to change, but I know now you have no idea what I have had to do, all the things I passed through. And I think I forgot. I really don't. They just build up inside and grow and grow and grow until they flow out like a flow of everything that's ever been wrong. I can't take it. I can't think of the things I want because there's only so many things I can think. 4, 6, 7. Doesn't matter. It's never enough. I have to let this out. I have to destroy it, forget it, and nothing else. Rin is mumbling her words into the air more than talking to me. It's the rambling, ranting, raving speech of a lunatic, even steady in tone, but taking the form of a never-ending stream of words almost simultaneously spawning from between her lips. It feels like she forgot it is me who is present, or that someone actually is present. Maybe she vaguely recognizes what is real, and what is not. Maybe in her mind, I'm a voice inside her head. I look down at Rin's sorry figure, cowering on the floor with only the white shirt of her usual attire on. It neither preserves her modesty that is gone, nor her body warmth that she doesn't seem to care about. She looks more broken than I imagine a human being being capable of, and the hospital and school have given me some real perspective on that. I remember the hazy blue smoke and myself wondering what Rin would do for the sake of art. The realization that Rin really is always serious hits me with its entire weight. She really and truly would destroy herself if art required it. I thought she was so silly with her strange rays, talking about personal change as if it was something sudden and concrete like waking up. I had no idea. This is her, laid bare in front of my eyes in all possible meanings of the word. Complete isolation here in the top floor of this building, in this room, in her mind. Day after day, working on her paintings with no heed paid to anything else. Breaking herself to reach that which she wishes to reach. This obscene act that she does for reasons I'm not sure she herself understands. Why does she have to do this? I'm trying to connect the pieces, but I don't understand. I feel sad, scared, excited, disgusted, worried, and a number of emotions I can't remember the name of now. I feel conflicted. I should go. I'm really sorry. It doesn't matter. My voice is dry and quiet, like sandpaper coming out of my throat, I really am sorry for saying this. I don't want to see Rin like this. All I can see is her sadness, her stress, and despair. Is this what a limit means? How could Saya and Shin let Rin go this far? Or is it me who's to blame? I almost walked right out of there, but at the last moment I turned around, steeled myself, and walked to Rin, to crouch down behind her, and lightly touch her forehead. She doesn't resist or react. I can't leave her like this. She's not well. She feels like she has a fever, freezing cold and burning hot at the same time. I wonder if she got sick from staying out all night with me back then. It seems she's prone to getting ill. There's a blanket on the couch, but I wrap myself around Rin instead. She does not resist my clumsy hug, only slumps her head lower, deepening the shadows, hiding her face from me. What are you doing? Nothing. I'm not embracing her out of love, nor out of forgiveness, for I am in love, or she is sorry. I just want to hug her. For a moment, the only sound in the room is her heavy breathing. My body warmth shared between two people is barely enough, but painfully slowly, it spreads from me to her. The small warmth returning to Rin makes me more conscious of her body against mine. Even in the darkness, I can feel the fleeting scent of Rin's hair, the sweat on her skin, the dried paint stuck on her shirt. I feel the hardness of her bones and the softness of her flesh. Her heartbeats echoing mine, out of rhythm, just like always. The hot blood rushing inside me reminds me why I said what I said back then, why I came here even after that, why I am here tonight again. Why am I hugging her now, to keep her safe against the cold and the sadness? Rin has really grown on me, inside my heart, claiming a small part of it as her own, without even particularly trying. Rin. Even if she wanted to push me away, I can't help this feeling. Are you alright, Rin? I'm not. I think I broke. I painted some really good things. Incredible. But it hurt me. I can't handle this. Her voice cuts out, as there are no more words for her to say. It's not an angry voice, nor a sad voice. It's a lifeless voice. I patted her head and shoulders, the physical equivalent of saying, there. It's not like I can reassure her with sweet nothings that people are supposed to say in this kind of situation. I'm not sure if she would even listen or be reassured. She didn't react much to my embrace either, as she didn't care. Maybe she doesn't. At least she doesn't care if she looks sad or not. There are no facades or facades, no attempts to explain herself, no false happiness. Rin is honest. Hasao? What is it? You're my friend, right? Right. Will you do me a favor? I can't fix this, but I'm not finished yet. Her dry voice is a mere whisper, but the strength her last is in it, delivering her meaning much more clearly than her words. I can feel Rin's heart beating against my chest like a scared little bird. Her entire body is shivering from her fever, from her fear, from her despair. My brain is fast, becoming overloaded with the myriad of thoughts this encounter spawned, but I have to push them all aside. I snuggle my nose against her earlobe, which is soft and cold, and her hair, which smells good and tickles me. Alright, I'll do it. I whisper in her ear, reassuringly, trying to make her calm down. It works at least halfway, as Rin closes her eyes and leans against me as if searching comfort for my warmth. But this is not something that friends should do. We can't be friends anymore? It's fine, don't worry about it. Just relax. Even though I said that, I'm on the verge of breaking myself. If I wasn't so nervous, I would laugh at my own nervousness. She wants to be comforted, and I want to comfort her. But in this way. I move my hand lower, touching the naked skin of her stomach, caressing Rin with my hand. Her muscles contract timidly, evading my touch, but soon they find their trust in me and relax. There is one warm place left in her after all, emitting heat that gets even warmer as I move my hand lower. Yep, this is the part where I'm gonna have to censor it. Well, maybe not. I touch her carefully from down there, feeling the place where the lines of her thighs converge. I'm gonna have to censor this just to be safe. Shit. It feels burning and swollen, soft and smooth. She opens under my touch, inviting my fingers to touch her more. Rin gasps at the contact of my hand, and her voice is not of pain nor of surprise. I realize I've been holding my own breath and let it go in a long stream of air out of my nostrils into her hair. Don't tickle me. Sorry. Don't stop either. Sorry. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just faking it. It's okay. I don't know what I'm doing either. I enter her, moving my fingers up and down, in and out, touching her from everywhere, first slowly, then faster. I listen to the subtle signs Rin's body gives, hoping that she can guide me as I can't see what I'm doing. Her breathing gets heavier by the moment, spurred on by my exploring fingers. Rin's hips start moving in the same rhythm as me, guiding me deeper. She turns her head away, looking at me from the corner of her eye. I don't know what she sees. What I see in her almost scares me. The passion in her eyes is like nothing I've ever seen. Her dark eyes look like two black stones against the moonlight skin of her cheek. I kiss her gently on the cheek, right above the bone. My lips are coarse and dry. My right hand moves upwards of its own accord under the right cotton of her shirt to caress the underside of her soft breast. Sweat glims on her skin, making it slippery under my hands. She breathes in sharp, quickly, and takes in unison with the pulses of her insides against my fingers. I can feel her heat burning through her shirt against my chest. I move faster, and she moves faster. I primitive instincts blinding all reasons as her fever becomes sweat, drenching her shirt and her skin. Her passion becomes my own, growing inside of me. All these feelings unravel into their basic components. Her softness, her wetness, her hotness, her sadness are the only things that I think of. The only things I can think of. I push Rin over the edge. Her entire body contracts around my fingers in a blinding, deafening, paralyzing spasm. Her voice is incredible. I never thought it could be so violent, so absolute for a girl. Later I would come to think that this was finally a moment when Rin fully let herself go, and in one single instant destroyed and rebuilt herself, just like she had wanted. Whether it's the truth or not, I couldn't say, but that's how I felt. Rin gasps for breath like she's drowning, returning to reality because she has no other choice. Her entire body is still in the throes of this slowly dying moment. Puddles of sweat are glistening on her forehead. I'm feeling my own heat inside of me, but now the spur of the moment is gone, and I don't know what to say to Rin, who is panting, hot, and ecstatic in my arms. Her shirt, wet with sweat, is glued to her back, revealing the hints of her shoulder blades and waistline. She feels limp, weak, exhausted. I reach out for the blanket and wrap it around her and me. Rin doesn't resist me. She is drained of all strength. What would happen now? I don't know. Nothing, I suppose. You look tired. I am tired. It feels strange, like I lost something. I mean, something else than my mental purity. Don't say something like that. Neither of those things. I don't want to lose you. What does that mean? I'm not going anywhere. I'm afraid that you are, all the time. In that moment, I felt that it was not only Rin who lost something of hers. I felt like I was losing a part of myself, or maybe all of me. But if you were to ask what it was I lost, I couldn't say, because I've already forgotten it. I broke another promise by coming out of my honest feelings to Rin. That's 2 in one day. I hate the distance between you and me, so every time it gets a little bit closer, I become afraid of losing it. That's weird. I guess so. Do you mind if I sleep a little? No, I guess you don't. You like watching, don't you? She closes her eyes and swallows with a loud gulp, trying to relax herself, fighting against the urge to paint. Yes. Yes, I do. Rin moves her body in my arms, searching for a comfortable position in our very uncomfortable position. She leans against me, closing her eyes, and lets one last long breath out before settling into the steady rhythm of sleep. With a last moment of awareness, she whispers something to me, but I can't hear it. Rin drifts deeper into the sleep with a deep sigh that releases all remaining tension from her muscles. I try to shift around to place both of us more comfortably. It takes a while because I don't want to wake up Rin, even though she probably wouldn't, but eventually I find a position I am somewhat comfortable with. I lean against the soft cushions of the couch and breathe in the cool air of the Rin's head rests against my chest as she was listening to my heartbeats. Echoes of her dream ripple as small treasures on her face, like a cat sleeping the mouse hunter's dream. The full moon, shining her pale light upon us from beyond the skylight, reflects from a blank canvas standing forgotten on the easel. Its whiteness is glowing against the dark night of the room. For the grogginess of a fresh and awakened mind, I observe my surroundings, only one thing at a time. The morning light shines from the skylight as bright and sky-colored. It reflects from the white walls and the colorful posters and paintings. I'm sorry, but this painting's been the same for like... Is it finished? Like, maybe it's finished. I hope no one at school realized that I spent the night here. They didn't find out the last time, so I'm feeling confident about my chances. My neck is stiff and my shoulders are hurting like hell from sleeping in an awkward position like that. I can't even remember when I fell asleep. Only the full moon and Rin, warm against me. I can't remember her waking up either, leaving my side, however she has. Rin is standing in the middle of the room, looking as if she was lost. She's not looking at anything I can see, not doing anything, just standing there. She managed to dress up herself a strange thing. I thought that at least would have been impossible without hands. I get up and walk to her, patting her on the shoulder to get her attention. Hey. She flinches at the contact. I've never seen Rin flinch. Rin looks a bit panicky, a bit anxious, a bit defensive. It's as if she was a completely different person last night. Perhaps she was. My heart drops straight down to my stomach, full of liquid nitrogen. I'm sort of sorry. Why sorry? It wasn't very tactful of me, you know, last night. But isn't that sort of thing something you want? Because you like me? So blunt, I'm completely baffled by Rin's approach to this. No, even if it was, I think I prefer for things to go properly. Rin cocks her head, looks like she has no idea what I'm talking about. She still has this guarded feel about her, but nothing bellies any real emotion. So you don't want to do that sort of thing? I didn't say that. So you do. I didn't say that either. Well, it has to be one of those choices, Hasao. Listen, it doesn't even matter. I just think it was the best thing I could have done in that situation, and I tried to apologize. I wonder for whose benefit I'm trying to come clear with these feelings. I don't even know why I'm feeling so terribly guilty. Maybe. I don't think it was a very good idea either. Probably. It's like you said. We're not like that. We're friends. It was a bad idea. Maybe you should forget about it, and I will too. I'm really good at forgetting things, so it should be alright with me. I can't do that. Why? Because I like you, that's why. I told you that you shouldn't talk about that. I don't agree, but you brought it up yourself before. Hold my hands up and pinch the bridge of my nose in frustration. I have no idea how to get Rin to understand. I hate that Rin can't clearly tell what she feels about anything. I hate that she's sending these confusing signals as if she was expecting me to read her mind. Do you hate me? She actually thinks about this for some time. I don't hate anything. I don't think I'm a hateful person. Then what am I to you? Help me understand. I try to sound as reasonable as I can, but I don't know if I will help. Rationally thinking, this is the only way to get her to understand my point of view. Problem is, rationality never was a thing for Rin. It doesn't restrict her like it restricts me. It's not her driving force. It doesn't make her behave like a normal person. I can't. The same answer. I feel so powerless. I feel frustrated. Why? I don't think you understand. I'm not sure if I do. Okay, now. I'm going with I need to understand. Because every girl has a theme. And Ren's theme is she wants to be understood. So you gotta ask her. It has to basically go with you want to understand her. Explain is the worst thing you can do in this case, because if you notice by now, Rin, she's not good at explaining. That is her biggest problem. She wants to be understood because she can't communicate with people in normal ways. She communicates with her paintings. She wants to be understood through her paintings. With her actual words, she fails miserably, and that's why she struggles so much with contact. So asking her to explain is the worst thing you can do. You want to understand her, so this is the right choice, I think. Well, that's what I'm going with. I need to understand why. I'm not going to give up, you know. Rin's shoulders slump and she frowns. I know. I do want to be there for you, but I can't do that unless I know how. Just let me do this thing the way I want. That's all. Fine, I don't care. You wanted to change? You want to destroy yourself? You want this exhibition more than anything, right? Yes. Okay, then do it. She doesn't respond or even acknowledge. She doesn't respond or even show acknowledgement or understanding. I'm grinding my teeth together, frustrated beyond anything I thought was possible. I want to grab Rin's shoulders and shake her until she comes to her senses. I look at her, in that moment I know with crystal clear certainty that there is nothing I can do for Rin. None of the words would reach her, but still. I think that for whatever reason you think it's important that you go this way all the way to the end. even if it's not healthy for you on many different levels. But I'll have nothing to do with it. I can't accept being treated like this, and understanding the reasons for it. I'm finished here. The full weight of what I said sinks in the silent distance between us. Rin doesn't show any reaction, nor even blinks her eyes. She just stares at me, or through me, quietly. That's fine. Her voice is perfectly calm, emotions like an announcement that the 7:30 train will be 7 minutes late. With those words, Rin made a choice, and I made mine. If either of us secretly wanted to change our mind, it's too late for that. I take a hard, long look at Rin, hoping that it conveys my feelings. Without knowing whether it does or not, I leave the room for the last time, feeling empty and anxious like so many times before. Act 4, Dream. Okay. Well, this is a good stopping point. Let me save real quick. I said this many times before, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. Wait. Things you can't give. That was like 35 minutes long. I'll probably split that up into 2 parts. Main menu. Anyway, guys, yeah, okay. Now, Rin's, I said this many times before, but in this game, there are 2 favorites I have. Rin is my absolute favorite. Now, not in terms of, like, romance, but a story and how she wants to be understood, it just really connects to me. And I guess it really depends on who you are and how you act and your personality, but with her, it's so relatable for me. Now, other people might say Hanako because she has low self-esteem, and some people might feel that way too. If you're a lowly person and you're shy, and well, I'm shy too, but it's more like I can see myself being with Rin, like in terms of character. Now, some people might be with Hanako, some people might be like reserved in like Lily, or you know. I'm just saying, in terms of story, I think Rin has it in spades. But anyway, hope you guys are enjoying it. And I will, let's see, today's the 20-something, let's see, 27th, okay. I need to have this finished before the order comes out. So I have a month, and I only have 1 act left, which is really kind of short, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, I'm almost done, and so I can stream this later, maybe, possibly. I don't know if my PC can handle streaming, but it might be able to, I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys later, have a good day, or a good night, enjoy. Bye-bye.